Here are some examples of active versus passive voice. There's a sentence written in two different formats on the board. The active voice reads, "I like cheese." Of course, we know in this case the subject of the sentence is I, and we know the verb is like. In this case, the I is actually liking the cheese. It's doing something. It's performing the verb. In the passive version, we have cheese is liked by me. In this case, the subject is cheese. The verb is liked. Is would be called a linking verb. In this case, the subject, cheese, is not actually doing anything. Something's happening to it. So it's the subject of the sentence, but it's a passive subject. Of course, we know that the more concise, or the shorter way of writing things, is to use the active voice, and it gets the point across faster. And you always want to use the active voice. Now, I understand you're trying to fill 2 pages, but passive voice looks a bit sloppy when you're writing. So make sure that you use the active voice instead of the passive voice. This is something that's important for all the schooling that you'll do throughout the rest of your life. Teachers care about this, so write in active voice. It explains more. It communicates more. For example, you notice that if we took by me off of the end of the passive voice sentence, we would have cheese is liked, which is a sentence, but it doesn't tell you who's liking the cheese. It doesn't really explain everything. Whereas I like cheese tells you who likes the cheese immediately. Passive voice allows you to avoid blame. Mistakes have been made. By who? Of course, if I say I made a mistake, then I'm admitting fault. And so it's just a little bit more honest and a little bit clearer.